Hello and welcome to this interview that I conducted with my mum. I hope you've been enjoying learning about my culture so far in the Outer Forest. So mum, can you please let the people know your name, age and where you were born?
Yeah, my name is Natalia Sparks. My middle name is Natalia Buondonna. I'm 59 and I was born in Italy ad Angri.
E adesso in italiano, per favore.
Chiamo Natalina Spark, il mio nome prima era Natalina Buondonna, ho 59 anni, sono nata in Italia ad Angri.
In this part, my mum talks about her experiences of moving to a new country without knowing the language, with only her sister, Conzia, to support her.
Well, when I came to in England and I was 15, it's different, the way to live in England. I felt a bit sad, and I always said to my sister Connie, I'm not going to stay, I'm only going to stay here for a little while, just help you out with the kids. And then I started going to college. I was learning a little bit English, but I found it very difficult because the language was so difficult. It's so hard to learn a different language because they speak different, they were writing different, so I found very struggle and I couldn't just learn. Then I decided I was going to go to college twice a week evening from 6 to 8, and I found a little job working in the hospital when I was 16 years old. I started doing washing up and I worked in the hospital, but I still feel some days a bit sad when it was, especially occasionally, like Easter, Christmas, and being in England, I always miss the background in Italy, and I always used to say I'll go back one day, but I never did.
Okay, Mama.
But I don't regret it.
You've built an amazing life here.
Yeah, then I got older and I met some friends, went out, and then life changed. But being in England, you never forget to be the background. You're from Italy, the lovely things and things like that. Then I had a daughter, my first child, and her name was Daniela, and it was hard because I was a single parent. We used to go to Italy once a year, see the family, and then Daniela was exciting to see my mum and dad, and she used to call them nonno, so it was nice. And then so late in life, when Daniela was 8, I met an Englishman.
Was you shocked that it was an Englishman?
Yes, and I always said to my friend, work with the background with Moroccan, Spanish, Filipino. I never used to say, I never married an Englishman because they're all lazy and they don't do much in the house. And then I met the guy. He's my husband now, is Andrew. We went out, we dated for a long time. Then went out with Andy, we did things, we went in Italy, I took it with him, and then with time my second child was born, and it was Daniela. I had Daniela and I had Annalea, and Annalea was very challenged.
Do you think it's quite often that a lot of Italian families gets their daughters and sons' names mixed up because there's so many of them?
Yeah, 100%, because I come from a sibling 12 in the family,
and with you it's 13.
And yes, so
it's actually cute the number of times that my mum has called me by the wrong name, despite only having 2 children and like her parents 13 children to take care of. It still amazes me. Next, we're going to discuss my family's shared cultural experiences with language, with my mum's empathetic awareness of its impact in social belonging.
The only thing, I bring the 2 girls up. My first child, Daniela, when she was going to school, I found very, not so much patronised, but I wanted my daughter to learn the background, to talk Italian. But the teacher always used to say to me, you can't, Natalina, you can't teach in your language because the child gets confused and we struggle to learn another language.
Which is completely the wrong thing now, which
Yeah,
is, we
now
know
it's different, but now
speaking more languages has actually helped you to learn even more languages.
Yeah, and now I hear, because I've got loads of friends and their background, they follow different culture, and they always say, no, you speak. And now they say the teachers, they encourage you to talk to them in your own language because they will learn the mixed language. And they said,
do you think it was a bit like, do you think the teacher was a bit racist when they said that to you?
I felt like they were, because you know, I don't know, maybe being a background from Italy, and just thought, I found sometimes some of the background English people, old generation, did not like foreign people.
Yeah.
And Daniela did have some teacher, they were not updated, they were old-fashioned English. Maybe I felt like they would look down on me being a foreign, or be a single parent.
Do you think, especially as sister was from a mixed biracial background of being Pakistani and Italian?
Could be, I don't know. I never asked the teacher, but I felt like they were looking at they look at you different ways. But now it's all changed. I wish I did talk to my kids in my own language. They will learn, because it would be nice to know. Yeah, they know how they have a parents as a mum background in Italy, but they can't talk the language. There must be for them quite a little bit struggle when they go back to Italy.
With homage to my multicultural rearing, let's have a look at my mum's favourites and the combination of Italian and British culture. Let's do a quick fire thing of what would you prefer. So, English food or Italian food?
Italian food.
Okay, so pasta or fish and chips?
Oh, I do like my fish and chips.
You do like your fish and chips?
I do like your fish and chips,
yeah.
Fish and chips and mushy peas and curry sauce.
Yeah, okay.
That's my favourite.
That's your favourite?
Yeah.
Sunday roast or pizza?
I do like roast.
You do like a roast?
Yeah.
Is there any particular meat that you prefer?
A roast beef.
Roast beef. You wouldn't normally have roast in Italy, would you?
No, we never had a roast. I remember one time I went to Italy and I made dinner. Like I said, I make English dinner, and all my siblings said, "Oh my God, what kind of food you eat in England? You put everything in one plate."
Yes, that's such a big thing. Is that Italian servings will always be family side, like on the table, and you go around helping yourself to small portions.
That's
and
right.
Normally limit yourself to one or two side dishes on the plate at one time.
It's like if you have pasta, you have different pasta dish, and if you have a second, you have different plate. So my dad and all my siblings who come to England, they can never work it out. They always used to say, "Man, you're trying to not do many washing up. You put one thing on one plate." And I said, "No, that's the way we eat in England. We have starter, and then we have one course.
Yeah.
We put in one plate." And all my siblings, especially my father, who used to say to me, an Italian way, we usually say, when you put things all together, they say, dai a mangiare I maiali. It means you're feeding the pigs.
If you had to pick I don't know why I'm asking this, I know what the answer is going to be. An English holiday or an Italian holiday?
Italian holidays.
Okay, but now in Italy, would you rather go to the beach or would you rather go to the city?
I will go to the seaside.
Yeah, okay. And when family comes from Italy to England and we show them round, is there any memory that sticks out? Anything that really you remember them coming for?
All my family who comes to England, they always say they want to go to London to see the Queen.
Yeah. So obsessed with the Queen.
Yeah, they all love
Rest
the
in peace.
Yeah. They love the Queen and the background, taking them to the Buckingham Palace, Chinatown, and everything is what they used to see on telly. They love to go to Madame Tussauds and museum, something like what we do when we go to Italy.
No, but I feel like when we go to Italy, we will of course go to the beach and things, but the most of the time we don't eat at restaurants because we eat at home with different family members. When we go looking around things, we're looking at different churches.
Yes.
More than, like, we've never been to a museum in Italy.
Yeah, because where I come from, we don't have a many museum. If we did have, We don't. It's more like a church.
Yeah.
Go to a Catholic church.
Yeah.
You go to Pompeii, and you go to Scavi di Pompeii. It's all to do with history and church.
Yeah.
Because being in Italy, you're a very religion person.
Yes.
I'm not very strict as a Catholic, but saying that, I always brought my girls to believe. I used to say, when you're little, I'll teach you my way, teach you the Italian background as a Catholic, and then when you're older, and you can always make your own choice. And I always have done. You know, I say to them, you can have your christening and your communion done, and then after that,
you can choose your confirmation or not.
And you can choose different religion. If a child, my daughter will come and say, I don't want to be as a Catholic, I want to change different religion, to make their own choice and follow their heart. I believe you don't have to go to church to believe what faith you believe.